Hello there you guys again, welcome to another of my live videos guys, and today I'm going to be officially updating you on some more latest news that's being currently updated. Yes guys, the latest news is about Jose Mourinho as now is in the same, likely in the same situation as Cristiano Ronaldo. According to reports, he is being currently accused of tax fraud by the Spanish prosecutors, and he's being accused of tax fraud by the Spanish prosecutors and currently by the Spanish authorities. And this has been accused just currently a few days after the Ronaldo's tax allegations. But this has just been stemmed from numerous reports, and Ronaldo is aware of his tax obligations. And this is like similar to Lionel Messi when he had that tax allegation and served 21 months in jail for the tax fraud as well. So Lionel Messi. So yes, that does well with Messi and Ronaldo and stuff like this. They are comparable in some situations. The comparison in other situations. I think the comparable in this situation is similar to Messi's situation. I think Real Madrid and Barcelona are comparable, and I think the amount of goals that Messi and Ronaldo score, the two best players in the world, are comparable in that way. But their style of play, the way they focus on the game, to me is totally comparison and is different in a way. Yeah, but yes, guys, as I updated you on Mourinho has been accused of tax fraud by the Spanish authorities. Just the same as Ronaldo, basically. So this situation is kind of similar this situation. But I still think that Ronaldo's being petulant and he's still very, very annoyed about this. And he's been sprouting around for around about the last 72 hours about Cristiano Ronaldo. Perez is still not complaining about Ronaldo's departure. And he's currently insisted that Manchester United have not put out an official bid for Ronaldo, Morata or James Rodriguez. That's according to Perez. But Perez did put something out. He said we haven't put a bid out for any of them players, as we've been linked to him for quite a while. Ed Woodward's got some summer targets. I don't think Ronaldo's one of the main priorities on his summer targets. To be quite fair, I'm not quite sure about that, guys. But yes, Ronaldo's court date has currently been scheduled as well. It's on the 31st of July. Ronaldo has to go to court for this. 31st of July for Ronaldo to go to court for this tax allegation thing. But it's been stemming for the last 72 hours, as I said. It was in the Ebola Portuguese newspaper that Cristiano Ronaldo wanted to make an irreversible decision to leave Real Madrid. And it's been stemming since then, and then that report had currently been backed up, and then it had been sprouting, and the gossip had been carrying on from numerous reports about Cristiano Ronaldo. But I don't think most of it could be this tax allegation thing. I think that he said he's getting unfairly treated at Real Madrid. Is Cristiano Ronaldo. He's not getting the reception that he needs, and he's just feeling really unfairly untreated at Real Madrid, and that he wants to make a new move. But according to Perez, as I said, there hasn't been official bids put out yet for Cristiano Ronaldo. When this situation with his tax allegation gets sorted out, will it all get sorted out? Are Real Madrid willing to pay off his this tax case off for Ronaldo? Are they willing to pay for that? Could that make Ronaldo stay at Real Madrid if that does happen? But Real Madrid, as I said, Ronaldo's being petulant in this. He feels as though he hasn't done anything wrong. But as I said, Ronaldo's getting booed a few times at Real Madrid, and he wants to come to a club that loves him and praises him and admires him. The team is Manchester United, and Manchester United were the team when he was there before that praised him and admired him and loved him. But Jose Mourinho and Cristiano Ronaldo don't currently have a strong relation. do Ronaldo and Jose Mourinho. They don't have a strong relation. But the matter of the fact, I don't know if I still believe it. We're still not cautious. We're still cautious over the move for Cristiano Ronaldo. It's still cautious about this situation. Do you think he'll be possibly coming? I'm not quite sure, guys. I'm not quite sure what's going on at the moment. As I said, according to Lopez, we haven't made official bids for Ronaldo, Morata or James Rodriguez. There's been talks online as well about a buyout clause for Ronaldo, which is about £888 million to £1 billion, I think it is. But according to Perez, that Perez has currently said he would be free to leave and join. He'd be free to join if a team was willing to pay his 800 million clause or 1 billion clause for Ronaldo, which is an astonishing and staggering amount of money. Plus, there's been talks Ronaldo he could be worth around about 150 million pound, and then it could be worth. He's been saying that it's 174.5 million pound, and then the staggering 350 million pound. But teams can afford this. A few teams can afford this, and they have got the money, such as Manchester United can afford it. Paris Saint-Germain can afford it, and a few other teams can afford it for Ronaldo as well. But Ronaldo's fantastic. One of the highest prospects still is a prospect basically. Still is a high prospect, even though he's aging up, he's still a prospect. Ronaldo, 396 appearances, I think, for Real Madrid. Scored 406 goals, produced 111 assists, so won 3 or 4 Ballon d'Ors and won 3 Champions Leagues in 4 seasons Real Madrid, so that is very, very impressive. Very, very impressive. Also, Manchester United scored over 100 goals, won 3 Premier Leagues, won an FA Cup, won 2 League Cups and won a Champions League, so that's absolutely sensational from Ronaldo's point of view. But my respects on this, there has been offers put out. There's been deals about Ronaldo, Morata and De Gea for 384 million. 384 million, whatever it was, offered to Real Madrid. We get Morata and Ronaldo, and they get David De Gea for that. So there were talks about that as well. There's been also Donnarumma in the equation as well. There's been talks on lots of media outlets about this. There's been loads of talks about it. But with Morata, Chelsea have currently lost their interest. Their main priority now is Romelu Lukaku. He's a big game flop. He is a fantastic goal scorer. He made 37 appearances last season, scored 25 goals. I think that was from Romelu Lukaku. But he's not one of our main priorities anymore, is Romelu Lukaku. So it looks like Chelsea are in the ascendancy to get Romelu Lukaku. Alvaro Morata, as I said, he's had his wedding. I think I don't know when his medical is, and he's due his honeymoon as well. So we'll have to see what happens about him. I think there's around about 79 million asking price from Real Madrid. There hasn't been an official bid put out as yet. As I said, a £52.4 million bid was rejected like 2 or 3 weeks ago, whenever it was. I think a 60 odd million pound bid was rejected. But Real Madrid are looking of an asking price of around £79 million, I think this is. I'm still pretty confident that Alvaro Morata will come. As I said, this Ronaldo case, whether it's true or false, it won't affect the Morata deal. And I still think Morata will come. He will deliver the goods. He's not Galactico. He has had a regular starts at Real Madrid as Alvaro Morata. But he's basically our top priority now, is Alvaro Morata. But according to Perez, that an official bid has not been put out for him just as yet. We've agreed terms, we've agreed with the player and Real Madrid. It's just that an official bid needs to be more fully negotiated about Alvaro Morata. Same with Ronaldo, a transfer fee if he is to leave. If he is to leave, Manchester United should be definitely there, first in the queue to snatch Cristiano Ronaldo and get him back to Manchester United. As a player, we need a player that's going to be on 28 goals a season at least. Ronaldo is capable of 30, 40 goals a season, and that's what we need here at Manchester United. Could he get that number 7 role? Could he play near Morata? Manchester United could keep that number 7 role vacant for quite a while. I'm not quite sure yet what's going to happen about that. We was adamant that Griezmann was going to get it. We know he's not coming now. Could someone else in the team get that number 7 role. I don't know. The latest news about James Rodriguez, Perez said there hasn't been an official bid put out for Rodriguez as yet. A lot of teams have been heavily linked to him. Manchester United have been linked to him as well. But it has seemed to die down in the last couple of weeks about James Rodriguez. It has calmed down. According to reports, it was a principle that Manchester United had agreed that they wanted to sign James Rodriguez. And then we all said, was he going to get that number 10 role? But is Rooney wanting to leave? Is he? Am I like going to say, is he going to leave? Is he not going to leave? I think he's still got another year. He left on his contract or something like that. But that number 10 role that James Rodriguez wanted to get in, I'm not quite sure what's happening with that guys at this moment. I'm not fully committing to James Rodriguez. He is very versatile. He's got a wonder of a left foot as James Rodriguez. And he's very, very good in the eye. And he's very, very tenacity. And he does contribute and controls his game well. And he's well focused, James Rodriguez. But I'm not quite sure what's happening with him. It has died down in the last few weeks, so I'm not fully committing to that, and I'm not fully convinced yet until I read more of the online reports. But as I said about Ronaldo, I do believe it and I don't believe it. Has he got the bottle to leave Real Madrid? Has he got that bottle? Is any team, if he's free to join according to Perez, is any team willing to buy out his clause for 880 million? Is any team willing to do that? That's what it said according to reports. And about this tax case, Mourinho's being accused of it, as I told you guys as well. It happened to Messi, and it's happened to Ronaldo, and that scheduled date for him to go to court is on the 31st of July, guys. As I said, and we'll have to see what happens then. Are Real Madrid still willing to pay off his tax fee? They could do, and that might be that keeps him at Real Madrid. I think Ronaldo's still got another 3 or 4 years left on his contract. If he leaves Real Madrid, we should be first in the queue, come to Manchester United, come and win us a league in the next 3 or 4 seasons, and score a bag full of goals. And it would be absolutely fantastic news, would that be? Also, guys, I'm going to update you about the latest news. Nelson Semedo, guys, if I've pronounced that right. Currently, Manchester United, according to reports, have they put around about a 30 to 35 million pound bid in, according to reports. Another Benfica right back, but I think last season Nelson Mandela made around about 45 appearances, scored 2 goals and got 11 assists for Benfica. God, every time I ever play on the numerous reports out of Benfica, that teams are loitering around to get Benfica players, or off their team. It's happened a lot, we've got Victor Lindelof. Benfica aren't going to have much of a team soon, they're willing to sell a lot of players, or players are coming available in the transfer list, But yeah, Nelson Semedo is a right back. To be quite fair, I don't think Manchester United essentially need a right back, to be quite fair. It's not the most essential position out of all the positions in the team. I think the midfield and the centre defensive mid, as Jose Mourinho has identified that as his key role. I don't think right back is essential because Valencia is bar-storming, is our most advanced right back. And we've got a few other right backs like Damian, who can be right back. Tunesby can play at right back, and we've got a few players that can play at that right back position. So I think it would be a good deal if we were to get him. I think Manchester City have showed their interest. I think Barcelona have also showed their interest as well. And I think a few other teams, I think Bayern Munich are in there as well, have showed their interest as well. But Nelson Semedo, I think he's rated around about a 30 million player, is Nelson Semedo. But I don't think we really need him at right back. I think Manchester United are currently fine at right back because Valencia creates that width very, very well. And he's good at overlapping them runs on the right and creating them attacks on the right. I think it's more essential on the left-hand side because not enough attacks, not enough players overlapping, and setting off attacks and stuff. And I think right back is totally fine. I think to pay 30 million for Nelson Semedo would be a bit silly. Could we get a cheaper right back? I think it would be a bit silly. I don't really know much about him. I've just looked at some of his stats. They are pretty static, but he's a fantastic passer. He's got good key passes. He's good at long passes as well. He does stand out well at that right back position, does Nelson Semedo. But I don't think it's really essential if we do get Nelson Semedo or not. I think 30 million is a bit too much. Well, it wouldn't be if it was essential that we was desperate for the right back. But I don't think that we really need a right back. So, yeah, that's the latest news about Nelson Semedo, that a bid has been currently put in by Mourinho, and I think he's keen on him as well. Yes, also Manchester United are also interested in Nemanja Matic as well. I don't know if the current bid's been put in, I'll have to look more into that. But I said Matic or Dyer was the talks around about 50 million. Did not complement the likes of your Herreras, your Pogbas, you know, your Fabinhos, your Nainggolan's, your Icardis, your Matuidis and all that. They don't complement any of them, but I'd be disappointed if Manchester United did if they did get one of them. Did get Matic or Dyer. I'm not quite sure what's happening with Ross Barkley. The last time I heard about Ross Barkley, that he was maybe making a move to Arsenal, maybe making a move to Tottenham. But he'd have been staggering around for £60 million, Ross Barkley, you know, because he's coming to the end of his contract now, so you'd be lucky if you get him for around about 20 million. Because that's what they do when players do come to, you know, to the end of the tenures of the contracts. You know, you can get them for a reasonable price, and that is fantastic. Such as Lee Sanchez, you get him for a reasonable price. Such as Donnarumma from AC Milan, you get him for a reasonable price. Ross Barkley, you get him for a reasonable price. But players that have still got quite a few years on your contract, you wouldn't be getting them for a reasonable price. You're getting them for a staggering amount of money or something, depending how quality the player was. But yes, the latest news now, guys, also, I'm going to mention to you guys, is about David De Gea. That Perez has currently said that Real Madrid are currently now not interested again in David De Gea, and that they have fully give up on signing David De Gea. So all I can say is, bye Real Madrid, and it is essential that we do keep David De Gea for next season. I said if David De Gea does go, that we do need a keeper, and it looks most likely that it was going to be Donnarumma from AC Milan. Obviously, Donnarumma is not renewing his contract at AC Milan. He's a wonder kid, and he is a good shot stopper, and he could become the next, you know, the world's next number one. Also, Keylor Navas was in there as well in the equation for the alternative swap for Real Madrid. But Keylor Navas, I do like Keylor Navas, he's good. I think Donnarumma's a good shot stopper, he's a wonder kid, but they're nowhere near in the same calibre as David De Gea. And Real Madrid have been currently interested in David De Gea since January 2015. You know, when the deadline day went all to a collapse, and since then they've gained an interest. Currently a £60 million bid had been rejected, according to reports from David De Gea, 60 million. And then a £100 million price tag had then been currently put out for that. So then numerous horses have been changed. And then all of a sudden, yet again, Real Madrid, according to Perez, have no intentions of wanting to get David De Gea to Real Madrid. He's lost the interest. Their main focus now, according to reports, their main interest now is Donnarumma. They could still get Mbappe, could Real Madrid. I think they're the most likely to get Mbappe on the board. But as I said, if these players do come available, such as your Ronaldo's first in the queue, such as your Ousmane Dembele's first in the queue, and your Mbappe's first in the queue, I don't know what's going to be happening with Mbappe. I'll have to look more online about that. But Mbappe is one of the highest prospects in the world. He's young, had bar-storming season with Monaco, making history in the Champions League. Currently has similarities like Thierry Henry, according to reports. Same with Ousmane Dembele, lovely footwork, very versatile, very good at physical around defenders. You know, fantastic electrifying pace. And also same with Aubameyang. I think Manchester City have showed their interest in Aubameyang as well. Aubameyang, good at leading the lines, good at getting through the channels, got electrifying pace, and he's a fantastic goal scorer, is every Aubameyang. So it would be disappointing if Manchester United were to miss out on at least one Galactico player if they do come available down the line, such as your Ronaldo's, your Mbappe's and Dembele's and Aubameyangs and all that. We should be in for them players at least, and at least get one or two Galactico players on the board, because we need someone at that calibre and that quality to bring the justice back to Manchester United and get us back to the top of the league. And that's what would happen. That's what essentially would happen if that was to happen. But we even Perisic, Manchester United looking to, you know, buy him for £35 million. As even Perisic, we need that dedicated width. He is rated as a £30 million player. He's even Perisic. He's good at improving the squad. Can't improve the starting 11. He's one of Inter Milan. He's one of Inter Milan's standout players. I think 11 goals last season, 10 assists. So, but even Perisic and Morata do look the main priorities now out of all the players that we've currently looked into, or the players that are available down the line. They look the main priorities that are going to be coming to Manchester United. It does look more than likely now. Morata, as I said, has agreed terms. We've agreed with Madrid. We just, you know, a full-on price tag when an official bid has been put out. I think it's an asking price of around 79 million, guys, as I said. But as I said, even Perisic not worth £48 million. You know, and as I mentioned to you guys yesterday about what they call it, the unlikely targets such as your Gareth Bales, as I said after the final. Oh no, sorry, before the final. He currently said before the final of Gareth Bale that if he didn't get a start, he's injury prone, so he's had irregular starts. That I wanted to make a move back to the Premier League because I said Gareth Bale is quality, he's Galactico, and he is Premier League proven. But I don't think he's got no intentions now of leaving Real Madrid as Gareth Bale, and I do think he wants to stay at Real Madrid. So he's an unlikely signing. Same with Robert Lewandowski. Said he felt unhappy at Bayern Munich. Robert Lewandowski, there's no way that he will come, but he's a fantastic, efficient finisher. Lovely high advantage, very, very good in the air, very skillful, fantastic, could bring that firepower, fantastic lead in the lines, good at getting through the channels. And he's achieved fantastically well, winning the Bundesligas, winning the Super Cups, coming runners up in the Champions League. So he's a very, very competitive player. He is a very, very competitive player, he's Robert Lewandowski. But I can't see Manchester United getting Robert Lewandowski in. They're just the unlikely signings that they're just the reports. The very, very unlikely signings, so I can't assume that they will be happening. But yeah, so it's fantastic news now that David De Gea is currently staying at the club. Absolutely fantastic news about that, guys. It looks like now he's staying. Real Madrid have lost their interest in David De Gea. So yeah, that is fantastic news. And he had been house hunting in Madrid. I thought, as it was spreading, the rumours that this deal between Morata, Ronaldo, and 183 and 184 million, I thought, you know, it was going to happen. And then again, I thought I was hearing reports that Morata's not going to leave Madrid if Ronaldo leaves Madrid, but I don't even think it's going to affect the Morata deal at all, even if Ronaldo does leave Real Madrid. I'm not quite sure. I'm really not quite sure. I think he's adamant. He's very, very adamant that this will happen and that he will leave Real Madrid. It's been going on for around about 72 hours now about this. It's just been currently sprouting around non-stop about Cristiano Ronaldo leaving Real Madrid. He's been there 8 years. He's achieved what he's achieved. And I just love him to come back to Manchester United. It's just that they don't have a strong relation. They were Ronaldo and Jose Mourinho. And yes, and Mourinho's been accused of the same thing as I said, so that's a shock as well. I'm not too sure, guys, as I said, what's happening about James Rodriguez. And yes, Adnan Januzaj has been... I think Jose Mourinho wants to sell him as well. Real Sociedad have been heavily linked with him. I think Roma have been linked to him as well, or Celtic or something like that. I've been linked with Adnan Januzaj as well. Because he failed to establish himself, and he was very unimpressive at Sunderland in his loan deal. Plus, wasn't very, very good for Manchester United either, was Adnan Januzaj. So, yeah, we'll have to see what happens about that. And also the latest news about... the latest news, what's this guy now? The latest news, Talaski Anderson, Manchester United, still linked with him. 33 appearances, scored 17 goals. So that's another player, Talisca Anderson. I think he would be good in that midfield as well, would Talisca Anderson as well. Carrick's fantastic centre defensive mid. He has been the flourish. He's creative. Doesn't rely much on pace, but he has got good work rate and he's well focused. But he's not strong enough going on to next season. That centre defensive mid. So we do need a centre defensive mid there as well. Rooney needs to leave because he's not going to develop himself more. He's not going to offer anything else for Manchester United. Also, Rashford got great young talent experience. He's just not ready to lead the lines just as yet. He's a Marcus Rashford. Also with Victor Lindelof, yes, fantastic centre back. He has got some reservations about his game, but this could be the new Vidic and Ferdinand at that centre back position. He's got a few reservations. It could be the reincarnation of Vidic and Ferdinand. That's basically, guys, what it could be. I think he will establish himself well. He's achieved well at Benfica. So it was £30.7 million that Manchester United paid for him, or £31.7 million, something like that. It's 30 or 31 point something anyway, guys, that we did get him for. So yeah, I just hope that Manchester United get a few more players in on the board before the US tours come up, which is around about, is it 2-3 weeks or something like that? I think we've got to play LA Galaxy. I think the friendlies are LA Galaxy. I think we've got to play Real Madrid twice as well, once in the Super Cup as well. We've got the heavyweights, 2 heavyweights, Barcelona, Real Madrid twice. I think we've got LA Galaxy coming up. We've got Real Salt Lake as well in there. I think we've also got Manchester City in there as well. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to the pre-season friendly games, and they'll be very, very interesting to see how it plans out. So, I think also Chelsea, about Verratti. Chelsea being into Verratti, I've heard as well. Chelsea looking strength for their team. They have got a good midfield of Chelsea quite there. If they do get Verratti in that team, they will look even more improved in under Andrea Conte in their midfield, especially they'll look a strong force in there. But anyway, guys, that's enough for me blabbing on. I hope you've enjoyed my time and company today. Drop a like on the video as usual and take it easy, guys, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.